Welcome back. I hope you are doing great. As a part of this lecture, we'll understand what is entity relationship modeling. Have you heard this term somewhere? If you recollect, when we covered the database design, one of the aspects of the database design is conceptual design. To come out of the conceptual design, we would need the ER modeling, that is entity relationship modeling. ER models are represented by ER diagram. So why do we need ER diagram? ER diagram are required to get the conceptual view of the database. As we already discussed, in order to get the conceptual view, we need to come out with the ER model. ER model is represented by ER diagram. When we start to design the database, whether we are using the Oracle, whether we are using a PostgreSQL as our RDBMS, we need to have a conceptual view of a database independent of the RDBMS. So ER diagram helps us to achieve that. One of the very important aspect is it will also help us to identify if there are any problems in the design. Until and unless you depict the design in a diagram, you'll not be able to find out all the issues related with the database design. So ER diagram will help us to uncover if there are any potential problems in the design. In order to draw an ER diagram, you need to know some of the basic concepts. Like you need to know about entity. You need to know about attribute. You need to know about relationship. You also need to know about cardinality. Let us look at them one by one. What is an entity? Have you heard this term anywhere? Yes, we have. When we discussed about the database components, entity was one among them. So what is an entity? Entity is nothing but a table. So in the context of the ER diagram, entity is an object or items of interest. When I say interest, what kind of interest we are talking? Which we are interested to store the data. What is attribute then? Very simple, right? If recollect, attribute is nothing but a column. So in the context of the ER diagram, attributes are nothing but a facts or properties of an entity. If you want to take an example like product entity or a product table. So in product table, we need to have a product name, product ID, product description. All these things are properties of a product, right? So attribute represents the facts or properties of an entity. What is relationship? If you recollect, we do have multiple tables in a database, right? When you have multiple tables, we have discussed already, tables tend to have a relationship between one to another. What kind of a relationship we are talking about? Are we talking about a live-in relationship? Are we talking about a mother-father? No, we are talking about a relationship between a one table to another table. Like if you have a product table that may be having a connection with the customer table. So in case of ER diagram, relationships links between the entities. What is cardinality? Cardinality represents the number of times of an entity set participates in a relationship set. What does it mean? So when you have a tables like T1, T2, T3, one table may have a relationship with another table in only one way, or one table may have a relationship with another table as well. So cardinality represents how many times an entity, which is nothing but a table, can participate in a relationship set. Awesome. We understood the important aspect of the ER modeling. Thank you.